NBC 15 News at 11 starts now.
Now at 11, get your snow shovels ready. Winter storm advisories will be in effect for much of southern Wisconsin tonight. Plus, journalist Erin Andrews is expected to take the stand today in her multi-million-dollar lawsuit against a Nashville hotel. And the big winners on Hollywood's biggest night. Recap of the Oscars from the red carpet. Good morning, everyone. I'm Ashley Matthews. Our big story, it may not look like it today, but winter weather is heading back to Wisconsin this week. Much of the southern part of the state will be under advisories beginning tonight that will continue into tomorrow morning. Expect some snow overnight and tomorrow, especially during your morning commute. Meteorologist AJ Waterman joins us now to explain this next storm system making its way into our area and a look at those advisories. AJ.
Yeah, so Ashley, right now we're actually a little bit, well, the weather outside's a little bit deceiving as it is pretty mild out there. Temperature is 45 degrees and there is some sun outside, but we do have a frontal system to our north that's going to be moving to the south. Look at Montello, already at 32. Those temperatures will continue to drop and make its way supportive for snow as we get towards this evening. Now, satellite and radar, not much snow activity over us right now, but looking towards the west, there is a storm system that's developing over South Dakota near Rapid City. That's going to be moving quickly east and eventually developing snow over us, and this is what we're going to be dealing with in terms of advisories and warnings. Every shade in pink is in a warning, and that's up to 6 inches possible. And winter weather advisories, snow amounts less than that, probably around 1 to as many as 4 inches. So day planner today will be cooling temperatures down into tonight, and I'll have all the details on the snow amounts coming up in your full forecast in just about 10 minutes.
AJ, thank you. New at 11, law enforcement agencies are searching for a Janesville man who allegedly made a fake bomb. Police went to the home of 49-year-old Laverne Jones just after 3:30 this morning. They found a fake bomb outside Jones's home. Police went to his home following an incident in Clinton. Clinton police say Jones became disruptive after drinking at a local bowling alley last night. He showed a case claiming it had a sniper assault rifle in it. He then allegedly said he could, quote, take care of business. The bartender called 911, but Jones had left by the time officers arrived. His car was found in the town of Lake Geneva, and officers believe he is in that area. Police are looking for a group of people who beat up a teenager who was in town for the state wrestling tournament. The 17-year-old Pulaski teen was attacked just before 2 a.m. Sunday morning. Police say he was crossing Conklin Place when a car almost hit him. He put his hands on the car to stop it, which police say angered the people inside the car. That's when up to 8 males from 2 cars jumped out and started hitting him. He was taken to the hospital with head injuries. The attackers were traveling in a white Dodge Intrepid and a blue Dodge Grand Caravan. Making news around the nation now to Nashville, where Erin Andrews' $75 million lawsuit against the man who took nude videos of her and the hotel where it happened moves into its second week. Andrews is set to take the stand today. We'll also hear directly from the man who Andrews says damaged her career and left her publicly humiliated. NBC's Morgan Radford reports.
High drama in court as both Erin Andrews and the stalker who took video of her naked in her hotel room are expected to testify today. Her mother also likely to take the stand after jurors and Andrews herself listened to last week's emotional, sometimes gut-wrenching testimony about how the popular sports reporter's life changed after the scandalous hotel room video went viral.
She's not the fun person she was. She's mad. She's scared. She's not the girl that we used to know.
Now she'll get to tell her side of the story.
It's important for Erin Andrews to testify, to really look the jurors in the eyes and to explain to them how harmful this was to her, how upsetting, how much it has interfered with her life.
Michael Barrett, who spent 30 months in prison for the crime, won't be in the courtroom, but is expected to testify by video. A divorced father of 2, he was an insurance executive with money troubles 8 years ago, when, according to the defense, he came up with the scheme to alter the peephole in Andrews' hotel room door and then use a cell phone to catch her naked. They say he planned to sell the video, but finding no takers, he posted it on the internet, where experts say it will live forever.
Many people have individual copies out there. I don't know of any way. I can't think of any way sitting here to get it off.
Claiming negligence, emotional distress, and invasion of privacy, Andrews is now suing Barrett, the hotel, and its management company at the time for $75 million. The hotel maintains it's not at fault and that Barrett is responsible because he deceived, connived, and manipulated the reservation system to get the room next to Andrews so that he could take that video.
I'm mad. I did nothing wrong. I think I should be allowed to go live my life, but this isn't over.
And that was Morgan Radford reporting. Back here in our area, a Sauk County man is dead after crashing into trees yesterday afternoon. The Sauk County Sheriff's Office says the car crashed on County Highway H at Birchwood Road in the town of Delton just after 3. Officials believe the driver was trying to turn when the car crashed. The 26-year-old was not wearing a seatbelt and was ejected from the vehicle. The sheriff's office says speed was a factor. We have a traffic alert you should know about. The 500 block of Commerce Drive will be closed today between Watts Road and Highview Drive in Madison. It's expected to continue through April 30th. The closure is for the construction of a skywalk over Commerce Drive. Plaza Drive should be used as an alternate access route.